The information presented in this video is sourced from the 1.1 public test. While unlikely, the information within may be rendered inaccurate if any changes are made between now and the release of 1.1 on the 11th of November. With that out of the way, let's cut the fluff and get straight to it. If you've been keeping up with leaks, Genshin news channels and so on, you'll no doubt be aware that there are new characters on the way. 5-star characters Zhongli and Childe, and 4-star characters Diona and Xinyan. If you're looking to get these characters combat ready as soon as you get them, you're going to have to invest some time farming beforehand to stockpile some materials. This video is going to cover their ascension and talent materials and where to get them. Nothing more, nothing less. Of course, later talent levels will require materials from weekly bosses, but those specifics aren't 100% known. To be safe, you might want to hoard talent materials from Storm Terror and Boreas, but that decision is something I'll leave up to you to make. So, first up is Zhongli, a 5-star Geo polearm. Being a Geo character, Zhongli uses elemental materials from the Geo hypostasis. He also uses core lapis, a Liyue local specialty, and drops from slime enemies in order to fuel his ascensions. For his talents, Zhongli uses Books of Gold. Goodness knows he needs them. Farmable from Taishan Mansion on Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Alongside the books, you'll also need slime drops. Childe, a 5-star Hydro Bow, ascends using elemental materials from the Oceanid. He requires star conches, found on shorelines in Liyue, as well as insignias dropped by Fatui enemies. Yes, he needs medals from murdering his comrades in order to fuel his power-ups. Let's not get into what sort of personality that implies. For his talents, Childe uses Books of Freedom, farmable from the Forsaken Rift on Mondays, Thursdays, and Sundays, as well as more insignias from his dead Fatui friends. Next up, 4-star characters, the first of which is Diona, a 4-star Cryo Bow. She'll use elemental materials from the Cryo Regispine, Calla lilies found near bodies of water in Mondstadt, as well as arrowheads dropped by rained hillagels. For her talents, she uses Books of Freedom, farmable from the Forsaken Rift on Mondays, Thursdays, and Sundays, as well as more arrowheads. Finally, Xinyan, a 4-star Pyro Sword. She'll use materials from the Pyro Regispine, as well as violet grass found on cliff faces in Liyue. Her common material is Treasure Hoarder insignias dropped by, you guessed it, Treasure Hoarder enemies. For her talent, she uses Books of Gold, farmable from Taishan Mansion on Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, as well as more Treasure Hoarder insignias. For total amounts to reach a certain talent and ascension level, I've put together 2 spreadsheets. First, a spreadsheet detailing the number of books, materials, and mora to level all talents to a certain level. The materials for talents are the common materials that I'll refer to as arrowheads, insignias, slime drops, and so on. The second spreadsheet I've got is an ascension spreadsheet, detailing the number of elemental gem pieces you'll need, as well as boss drops, counts of local specialties required, and the common materials required, as well as the required level and subsequent experience and mora required if you were to level everything using EXP books. The numbers for EXP and mora might be very slightly off, but they should be close enough to give you a general idea of how much you'll need to stockpile. Using these spreadsheets and the details from earlier in the video, let's say I wanted to level Zhongli to level 70 immediately after pulling him with Ascension 4 and the talents as high as I'll go. Level 70 needs 3,327,650 experience points, costing roughly 665,600 mora if I were to use books. Pushing Zhongli to Ascension 4 would require 1 topaz sliver, 9 topaz fragments, 3 topaz chunks, 14 basalt pillars, 63 core lapis, 18 slime condensate, 30 slime secretions, and an additional 200,000 mora. Finally, pushing all of his talents to level 6 would require 9 teachings of gold, 64 guides to gold, as well as 18 slime condensate and 66 slime secretions, and then an additional 360,000 mora. This brings the total mora required for this to roughly 1.225 million. Of course, all the costs will continue to increase the further you want to push Zhongli, but hey, sometimes you just gotta get the Swalhor's Bundo, no? If you want access to the spreadsheet, I'll put a link to it in the description below, and if you spot any mistakes, give me a ping as well, I will get straight to it. And that about covers it. You'll be able to slowly farm common materials by following mob farming routes. Personally, I use the Lion Oreo route myself, link to that in the description. If you're struggling to find more core lapis, star conches, violet grass, or calla lilies, I recommend using the interactive world map. By toggling the markers on the left, you'll be able to pinpoint a lot of locations for farming these specific materials, typically on a roughly 24-hour respawn timer. As always, thank you very much for watching until the end. Take it easy, stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next video.